What up, y'all? It's been turbulent, so we're going to do some meditations or a meditation. The frequencies have been ridiculous. Everything I stand for and fight for is the freedom from feeling like a guinea pig, a puppet in a science experiment, but it's almost at a certain point in time inevitable. So obviously you could say becoming that is a fear, a concern, it's a reflection of something that probably was or is or still is, and not being able to escape from that is also probably inevitable. Some things just are, and to what degrees and what realms. But if you have a will to live and you make a choice to not end it, not commit suicide or end your life, kill yourself, you choose to live and have the best life possible that you can, survival of the fit. How do you survive in a way that's comfortable for yourself? And things have been very uncomfortable. And it very much feels like I'm under attack. And the attack feels like it has many angles and realms to the plan. I think ultimately there's a plan to not just cancel me, but like erase me. Like make it where this guy never existed and no one will ask any questions. If we just get rid of him, but any tracks he's left that he was here, let's destroy not just him, but those tracks. Literally could be the tracks like a song, a paper trail, a blog, any record of me ever existing. I think that's one part of the plan. But certainly, I think there's a very real extent or degree of literally killing me and destroying me. And I think that plan is like underway, if you want to say that. If that experience is so real to me that I can't stray from my conviction and belief in that, it makes a turbulence in the sense of like a certain level of paranoia is so toxic that you can't possibly be comfortable surviving and living with that degree of paranoia. So you want to kind of abandon that paranoia, but you don't want to be ignorant either. And if you're choosing, if your will is, and I don't mean your will and like what you leave behind, it could be the will you leave behind of what happens after your death. Maybe what you want is there to be a legacy that you were here, something you left behind. You could say it like that, but I mean the human will to make choices. And what choices do you want to make for yourself? Will in that sense, man's will, a man's will to have the freedom to make his own choices. If my main choice is to not commit suicide and kill myself, despite the levels of misery that I go through, then what comes into play is survival. How do you survive in a way that's comfortable for you to continue to exist? And there's a turbulence because there seems to be so many real signs that not only the tracks and paper trail of my existence is being canceled, and attempts to cancel it erase me as a person, not just a public figure or entertainer or character, just merely my existence. And that's very disturbing. And then that correlates to what a person would have paranoia to feel so under attack that that's actually a real plan that exists to like erase me, you know, which seemed very evident for the last 20 years. It seems like a plan that's been started and put into play, like the efforts to make me sick and control me and erase me. And no matter what I do, I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. So I have to live with a balancing act of not letting myself get too paranoid, but not forget that some of these paranoias are of things that I believe to be very real. Not just conspiracy theories, but conspiracy theories that are very legit. Like, I personally believe things have been done to me and my life to take control of me and my life. And I think my consciousness to that and to that plan has botched the narrative of the groups. They, if you will, they. Who's they? They, some group that's targeted me, researched me, observed me, experimented on me, which is completely fucking illegal and inhumane if that was going on. But, you know, you can only talk so much about it. In fact, this could be the blog that gets this YouTube channel taken away, because some truth people just can't handle, and that group just might not want it out there. Because then when I die and I disappear, well, then somebody's got to answer a lot of questions. Well, what the fuck happened to Jason Lipp? Where did he go? He was here making a lot of noise and stink about something fishy was going on. Now he's dead. So me just simply up here talking about it botches a narrative, because like the idea is to silence people and give them no platform so they can't even say their side of the story. But here I am, continuing to tell my side of the story and kind of journaling and diary of and blogging of like what's going on right now. Like, what stage are we at of this wicked experiment that's going on? Probably not just to me, but many people that they're just trying to get rid of. Probably could be summed up as a depopulation of the planet, and they're calling you up. They got your number and they're calling you up. Time's up for you. And that's it. We've had enough of you. You're garbage. You're useless for us. We've used you for whatever we can use you for, and now we're going to get rid of you. And we're going to cancel any tracks, literally songs or paper trail, whatever, information of you ever even existing, so no one will ever ask any questions like what's going on. And this is perpetuated through the beginning of times. This, if you want to call it a war that's going on, this dynamic is going on in one way or the other since the beginning of times. And here we are in 2023, and it's still going on. And the people that are always the voice or the resistance against this dynamic, they usually get killed, don't they? Or they get ran off their block, banished from their city. And that's kind of happened in my life, you know, and I don't want to be a whiny bitch, but if I'm choosing a will to live, after wanting to just be done with it all, like, what's the point? There's no way of beating this. There's no way to win against this kind of broken system And I reached a point of wanting to surrender, and I still haven't. 42 years later, I'm still going. Even going through suicidal thoughts, but I never really wanted to kill myself. In fact, the misery and the depression and the sadness is that I've only wanted to give love to people, have a happy life, seek and pursue happiness, have joy, have pleasure, not want to hurt people. I've had angry points where I've wished bad things on the people or the group that I think has hurt me because I felt like a victim. But I worked through that woe is me, feel sorry for myself shit. And it was a suffering that actually in many ways caused me to grow. And I'm thankful for that growth. But at this juncture, at this point in time, if I choose to survive, a will to live and keep moving forward rather than just be gone, which is interesting, getting rid of negative energy. G.O.N.E. Gone. What project and experiment is that? Getting rid of negative energy. I'm merely not trying to give power to the negative right now. What I'm saying is very positive. I want to move forward, but I want to feel comfortable, not like I'm going through an earthquake, turbulence as I continue to move forward. Like the world and people in the world don't want me to have a place to sit in, a place to stand, a place to move around free. And any Jason Lipp, any Tank Lipp that is still alive, the clock's still ticking in a bad way, I'm still breathing, I'm still moving forward. That's a life they want to make such torture and prisoner that I have no choice but to want to surrender and give up. I don't want to live an existence like that. I want to live where it's comfortable to live, where I have a place to sit. Body is going wrong. It's like the Murphy's Law of my existence, my body, my mind, my brain, which actually I think is quite coherent, as bizarre and strange as the stuff I talk about. But real talk, maybe I'm one of the last real ones that isn't fucking afraid to speak out against some bullshit is going on in the world being done to me. That's real soldier shit. No fear. Because at this point, I've been through so much hell. Hey, one day I will die. One day I will be gone. But, I'm taking my enemies with me, whatever. And I'm not even trying to fight. I'm not even trying to want to be negative or fight or perpetuate that kind of negativity. I don't want to go out and hurt people. I don't want to hurt myself. I want to experience life is beautiful, a beautiful world with tons of pleasure and joy. And I don't want to be sick and miserable until the time I die. And then whatever happens to me at that point of life and death and what misery and hell comes next. I want to enjoy it while I'm here to enjoy it. And I think it's utter bullshit that there's so much judgment in the world that people give themselves the power to butt into your business. They don't mind their own business, but they want to somehow paint a narrative that you don't mind your own business, teach you a lesson. I'm not out with a vendetta against anyone but the own misery of my life, and I think it's an utter crime and blasphemous, the shit that I've had to go through when I came to this world with nothing but love to give to people. And I experienced the torture and misery I do. I'm at war with that at this point. That's my main war. That I've made so many efforts to not be sick, not feel like a prisoner to a broken system. And with all the anger I've had at people and the judgment I've felt And this whole scenario I'm kind of implying and talking straight to. I'm not just implicating the scenario. I've spent years talking on the various components of the scenario that's going on. Shout outs to Tribe Called Quest, whatever. You know, years I've spent documenting this stuff, and that's why I'm probably public enemy number one. I'm a threat to this negative evil plan that's kind of going on. But fuck that. At a certain point, you got to look out for yourself. I'm not trying to be a target for bitchness or be a bitch or a dog, a trained dog in the park or puppet anymore. Like, I've been there and done that and worn that shirt for so many fucking years. I'm sick of it. And I got to sit here and like really work hard to meditate just to reach a baseline of what most normal people wake up and they feel fine after a night's sleep. I'm facing variables of sleep deprivation, even when I'm shutting my day down at 5 p.m. just to give myself more of a cushion in case I have sleep deprivation, more hours in the day to get my needed sleep, knowing that's an important medicine of mine to get. Take all my doses of medicine to not get sick, even though I'm at war with why did I have to be somebody that got stuck taking medicine just to reach that normal, on par baseline that normal people just naturally wake up and they're fine. They just have to take a shit and a shower and get dressed. But I can't ever miss a dose of medicine because some bad shit will happen to me. And then I take my medicine, and then there's the transition of the medicine taking over and control of me. But I have to have a level of acceptance and peace for that, and the withdrawals and the different cycles of how medicine works. Medicine for the body, medicine for the brain, medicine for mental illness. Like, I'm just so over all of it, and as done and over it as I am, I still choose a will to live and survive and seek pleasure and happiness and a good life while I have it. But it's like a dead man walking through death. It's the 36 chambers of death. It's different chambers I walk through. And then you ask yourself, why don't you just kill yourself and quit and surrender? And I just won't. I've worked too hard to fight these phenomenons, to have to still suffer and still have the different realms of pain. Like, I'm just, and you'll notice I'll blog, and then I'll blog every day for a couple months, but then I take a hiatus. Here I am. I'm obviously in a moment of desperation for my survival. I gotta air some shit out and get this out, like, for my vindication of what I'm going through, like, to not have it go in vain. Not be a sitting duck that just doesn't speak out in the erasure or silencing or canceling of me, which literally is like attacks on my body, this frequency shit. It's like a big nuclear wicked experiment, but whatever. Let's just do some breathing, whatever. I know it was a big rant, and maybe some of it was incoherent. If you're like ignorant to this kind of stuff, and if you're conscious to this kind of stuff, you probably know exactly what the fuck is up and what the fuck I'm talking about. Check out Tank Lipp music. They've taken down Tank Lipp music off all platforms at this point. I was on everything. I had digital distribution on iTunes, CD Baby, Spotify, TikTok. It was a working machine, a working system. I wasn't making a shitload of bread from it, but it was giving me a steady income. Part of the plan is like seize your assets, not just give you seizures, but seize your assets, not just your body, your money that you need to survive. So, and of course, my voice, the voice on the platforms that my songs are so fucking goddamn truthful. It's a threat. I'm a threat. I'm a real threat to some certain group, whoever the fuck they are. Because my songs stay up there, I botch their narrative. They can't have their cake and eat it too, and their icing like completely with my songs up there. And they want to run this show and run this shit. And I'm a threat. So they've now somehow got me taken down. They went right to CD Baby, who is the ones that put me on all the digital platforms, which gets my voice widespread around the whole world, around the planet. That has now been erased. So this is the only channel. Let's see how long it takes till they take this channel down. And I might have just made it easy talking all this controversial shit. This is exactly what they want. I give them an opportunity to silence me because they could say I'm inciting violence. Then they take my YouTube channel down here. I won't even have this as a platform. It's not even about me getting bread. I don't even have this YouTube monetized right now because I get no followers and no views. So I can't even get it monetized to make bread off these. This is simply about truth and exposure to some evil shit that's going on. So I had to speak about it. This 20 minutes I've been on a rant is not a rant. This all truth. Real shit, real talk. I'm one of the real ones. Tank Lipp, literally putting out, not being a snitch on what? It's my life. This is being done. Who am I? I haven't dropped one name and accused any one person or name. I'm just calling it they. A group. This is about my survival. You can't help others unless you look out yourself. So I ain't a bitch, I ain't a snitch. And it ain't even about bread because I have no monetization here. I'm getting no money. This is literally about survival. I don't think this is me being shook because I promise you, no fear. No fear, no shame. No shame in my game. No fear. I'm angry, trust me. I bottle up a lot of anger just to keep the peace in the war that I believe is really going on. But I think there's a lot of people that hate my fucking guts and dislike me, and I think that's been the case for a long fucking time. My whole life, honestly. I think I've had just way more haters than people should have. And I think part of it is because me existing is like a guilt trip for the people that do shit to me and hate me. It's just a constant guilt trip. Long as I'm around, they have questions to answer. Like, what the fuck did you do to Jason Lipp? You know? And me existing is a constant guilt trip to them. And that's uncomfortable for them. They want to make it uncomfortable for me. But whatever, you know, I ain't begging for mercy, I promise. I knew there was a war going on. It's just like the Shook Ones song, Mobb Deep. There's a war or was that Survival of the Fit? There's a war going on outside, no man is safe from. You could run, but you can't hide forever from these streets that we untook. You walking with your head down, scared to look. I've never been afraid to look. All I do is look. Trust me, I got questions and answers all day long. And I'm not begging for mercy from no one. I'm just saying, if there's a war, all is fair in war. All is fair in war. If it's fair to cage me and box me in and silence me as you're fucking taking shot after shot after shot at me, I can come on here and fucking blog it out. I don't do it that much. It's been months since I came on and spoke my side of the story. I just been taking the shots. I've had enough. It's time to meditate and get calm and regulate my body. So maybe I could regulate my mind so I could regulate my body. So it's not so uncomfortable to just exist as I choose a will to live and survive. But maybe this is just annoying to hear, and I don't care. Most of y'all ain't even gonna click the button and listen. That's what they've done to my life. They haven't just erased my voice. They've basically erased me. They ran me off the block. They scared all my friends away. I'm the lone what are they called? The lone wolf? Except I'm not the lone wolf trying to go out and fucking uh, go be a serial killer. Like, I'm fighting for my life. And I'm so sick I can't get out of my own way because there's so much sickness here. I really am a goddamn fucking soldier. No one, I'll go on record if my legacy is this. I don't believe anyone could have done what I've done for myself in my life under all the physical conditions and mental conditions, ailments, illnesses, the plague, the rap sheet of physical and mental illnesses. What I've had to do and kind of mainstream as somewhat normal in society and keep my freedom under the horrible shit and torture that I've gone through. I think I'm absolutely fucking amazing that I've done as much as I've done. I'm proud of myself. So, you know what? At the end of the day, what is important is when you look in the mirror, how do you feel about yourself? I think I'm fucking amazing. I think it's a shame that I had to deal with and face so many problems in my life. I don't think other people could have done what I've done. And anyone that thinks I've had a blessed, charmed life is completely ignorant. Trust me. There's been a lot of amazing, good things that I've experienced in my life. A lot, it came at a great cost. A lot of fucking torture and pain. I promise you. And the torture and pain and the realms and degrees of it that I've gone through, I don't think anyone in this fucking planet, I don't care if you're the strongest, toughest soldier for the military, for what country, couldn't have done what I've fucking done and gone through. It's absolutely insanity that a person should go through what I've gone through. And I think I've done it actually rather gracefully. I think I've made a shitstorm of storms and messes along the way. And with all that, I still think I was rather graceful. How I've handled what I go through. If you knew what my fucking body felt like right now, as I'm speaking rather coherently about this crazy stuff, if you had any idea the level of turbulence I have going on in my body, you couldn't handle it, I promise you. It's a full-blown attack against me. This is not normal, the stuff I go through. Anyway, love y'all. How's that? More positive? We're supposed to meditate and do some breathing. I think that was like Daylight's One Breath track, where I took one breath and then I haven't been breathing for the last 28 minutes. So I'll do, just for shits and giggles, I'll do a 30-second breathing exercise. Anyway, guys, that's it. That's all you get for meditation, breathing exercises. Check out the new Tank Lipp tracks, okay? They took it off all digital platforms. For a couple years now, or 10 years, I've been able to do. Tank Lipp is on all music platforms. Check out Tank Lipp on iTunes, Spotify, TikTok, what was it? iTunes, Spotify, TikTok, and iTunes, Spotify, TikTok. Can't remember all YouTube, whatever, and any platform that you can get my music from digitally, and I tell you, Tank Lipp is on all these platforms. No longer. You can only get my music now on YouTube, as far as I know. Thank God I have 1,500 videos on this. But the point is, the uncanny nature of things, Tank Lipp, I'm Tank Lipp, and my album, The Uncanny Nature of Things, which I did 10 volumes of, Volume 1 through Volume 10, The Uncanny Nature of Things, Volume 1 through Volume 10. 10 albums. 10 Tank Lipp albums in the last 3 years. 250 new Tank Lipp songs. And I would tell you, check out on CD Baby, iTunes, Spotify, TikTok, YouTube. You can now only check them out on YouTube on this channel. But I have to re-upload 250 songs for you guys to have The Uncanny Nature of Things, Volume 1 through Volume 10. So I'm in the process of doing that. Volume 10, I got it up this week. Volume 9, I'm just about finished with uploading it to this channel. So it's the JasonTankLipp YouTube channel. And I'm getting these albums onto this channel with the official cover. The way it was on the digital distribution, it'll now be more official on this channel, because this channel is now all I have. It's like my last straw, my last platform. And then they win. They erase me. I don't know. Maybe this blog just ran right into their arms and helped them erase me and get my YouTube taken down. I don't know. Which would put actually truth to my narrative of what's going on if they took this blog and did that. It's like, you can't give them an inch. You can't give them any chance to take you down. But whatever, this is my truth. I'm not going to be afraid to say it. They silence me, make me a silenced lamb chop, and sacrifice me yet again. Those are the chances and risks I'm willing to take to speak my truth and have a platform, one platform for myself, to always speak my side of the story as they try to get rid of me. So again, The Uncanny Nature of Things, Volume 10 is up now on this JasonTankLipp YouTube channel. The Uncanny Nature of Things, Volume 9, also up on this JasonTankLipp YouTube channel. Just have a couple more songs from Volume 9 to upload, and then I'll begin putting Volume 8 up. I mean, it sucks. I had everything set and organized. Everything was out there. I didn't care if I didn't make a cent. That was my legacy. That was my side of the story, my truth. They went and just erased it. So now I'm really a sitting duck. So I feel compelled to get these albums back up. Unfortunately, I made so many fucking songs in just the last 3 years. 250 official songs. 250 official songs in the last 3 years. Who does that? 28 song albums. 30 song albums I'm putting out. 30 songs on a single album. 250 songs in 3 years I've put out. Now I gotta I mean, that's not easy. Every upload is a process of a good 5-10 minutes. I just don't have the patience. I told you I'm running out of energy and patience. Now I gotta do these monotonous tasks, but whatever, I'll do it. It's taken 3 days just to get 2 of my albums onto this channel. So bear with me. I'll try to get all 10 albums of The Uncanny Nature of Things, all 10 volumes of The Uncanny Nature of Things album up on this channel. So far I got mostly the two most recent ones up. Whatever. All right, y'all. Tank Lipp.